Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back. I've actually found a pretty quiet place to shoot another video here. This is called Bunyan Fields Burial Ground, and I'll give you a little synopsis on it. Let's see, it was, by the time this area was closed to burials in 1854, it said it had to have around 123,000 people have been interred here, which is, you'll see in a little while, this place is unbelievable. An 1867 Act of Parliament preserved it, and it is now supposed to be being kept up by the city, by the parks. So we're just going to walk around a little bit, and I can't actually get in there and read any of the names or dates. They have it fenced off, but we'll see if we can get as close as we can get to some. And what's amazing about this is it's been preserved in the middle of the city. They say it's being maintained. I mean, you can see some trash and stuff in there, but for the most part it seems pretty clean and well taken care of. The date on that is 1869. Oh yeah, we have a guest. So I scan around this way, come around this little building, you can see it goes on for a whole nother block. And that's pretty impressive. I'm not sure if you can see that on camera. I'm just gonna get close. But that tree over there has actually grown into the side of that headstone. This says, here lieth the body of Ruth Turner, daughter of Francis and Elizabeth Turner, who died October 16th. It's actually a 6 and a 9 put together, which is kind of strange. So 16th or 19th, one of the two, 1796, aged 6 years and 5 months. Here also lieth the body of Francis Turner, father of above, who died January 2nd, 1800, age 59. Ruth Harvey, granddaughter of above, died January 11th, 1823, age 2 years. Samuel Harvey, grandson, died May 7th, 1823. So it looks like they buried several members of the family on top of each other. And there's most of the markers I can see are that way, with several names and dates in one plot. Even with all the construction noise and road noise and people, and it's just you just get that somber feeling. It's an amazing, amazing cemetery. I wish some of these were in better shape, because they are absolutely beautiful to be as old as they are. See, that one's December 8th, 1823. And that has beautiful scroll work. I don't know if you can see up top, it's actually got what looks to be somebody at a forge, and anchors and an axe. It's just unbelievable. The bottom of it's got scroll work out of a big old urn. keep walking around. I'm getting kind of strange looks from folks. I guess that's really not something that's done around here, but I figured I'm here, I might as well do it and get it for y'all. So apparently this is the tomb of John Bunyan, the author of The Pilgrim's Progress. The 31st of August, 1688. Age 60. And I don't know if you can see in the corner, there's actually some graves that are marked off with wire and wood stakes. They don't have any headstones attached to them, so I guess that's how they mark the random ones. There's some bee boxes over there, which is good to see, honeybees. It's just, this place is unbelievable. I wish I could get in there and read some of the names and dates, but the gates are locked and I'm not trying to get in trouble in a foreign country. He wanted to say hey. That one right there says, in memory of Sarah Bellamy, who died September 16th, 1814, age 67 years. And if y'all can see that big old tree right there has a headstone growing into it at the bottom. Just gonna keep on walking down here. There's actually a lot of foot traffic on this. This seems to be a pretty well-known cut through between blocks. There's gigantic trees in here. This one right here is hard to read, but I can tell you it has 5 different names on it. I'll show y'all this while nobody's walking. This sidewalk right here is worn down in the middle. I'd say probably 3/4 of an inch compared to the sides, and that's how long it's been here and how much foot traffic it has on it. Somebody found him a snack. They're healthy squirrels, I can tell you that. They don't miss a meal. See if y'all can see this one right here, that dark brown color one. That is a family grave. It's labeled as such. Let's see. Mr. William Young died the 21st of March, 1802, 28 years old. William Wood Young, son of the above, died the 15th of December, 1802, age 17 months. Mrs. Elizabeth Dent died 23rd January 1806. Elizabeth Mallinson, George Phillips, Jane Phillips, Isaac Phillips, Margaret Phillips, Rebecca Phillips, Ann Phillips, John Willis, Jane Willis, Elizabeth Mallinson, and Richard Mallinson. All those in one plot. So I can believe what they were saying on that sign, being over 100 and something thousand people buried in here. And I don't know why they did it that way. Maybe it was just because they wanted to conserve the room. Or maybe it was back in that day that if you had that one plot, that's where you were. So I don't know. We're getting to the end of it on this side. And we'll go ahead and cut around. Start walking back the other way. Here lies Dame Mary Page, relict of Sir Gregory Page, Bart. She departed this life March 4th, 1728, in the 56th year of her age. In 67 months, she was tapped 66 times, had taken away 240 gallons of water without ever repining at her case or ever fearing the operation. I have no idea what that means or what it's referring to. So I apologize. So along with this being preserved as a cemetery, they also use it as a wildlife reserve. So I'm now learning that the graves that are marked with the wire and the stakes are actually green waste covered graves, which is pretty cool. Like you'll see that one right here has actually got logs and limbs piled on top of it, just like that other big one right there. So I'm sure if they do that to keep the sunken in parts from washing out, maybe. Here lies all that was mortal of the Reverend Alexander Vaughan, one of the founders of the London Missionary Society and one of its most laborious and persistent advocates. Let's see. He died December 14th, 1827. And like I said, there's all of his family are in there. There are some over here as well against this wall. The family grave of Joseph Hardcastle, 1752 to 1819, a merchant of the city of London. The obelisk for Joseph Hart. And it makes you wonder how many more are out here that they don't know about. You know, there could be several in this grassy area right here as well. We'll walk back this way and go ahead and wrap this up here soon. It's starting to rain again. That used to be very ornate. I don't know if you can pick that up on the camera, but this actually was carved out to look like like the front of the Colosseum. We'll keep on going through here. That one had some other stuff on top. It actually got some metal rebar sticking out of it, so I'm sure it had maybe had a tomb on it at one time. This monument is the result of an appeal in the Christian World newspaper to the boys and girls of England for funds to place a suitable memorial on the grave of Daniel Defoe. It represents the united contribution of 1,700 people. September 1870. Wow. Daniel Defoe, born 1661, died 1731. Author of Robinson Crusoe. Huh. That's pretty cool. I wanted to show y'all what I was talking about. How I was saying this is kind of nestled right here in the middle of the city. I'm going to walk out of the entrance here. So that's the entrance. And then this is what's around. Oh yeah, and those buses are legit. They're not just in the movies. Those are the actual transit buses used every day around here. So, as you can tell, it doesn't stop around here. Traffic is crazy. And I'll try to give y'all some little tips and pointers and information if you ever decide to come to London. And I've only been here a couple of days, but it's really cool. There's a lot of walking. You can ride the tube, which is the underground railroad, or railway I should say. Kind of like the MARTA in Atlanta, or what's the subway, I guess. Yeah. But hey, how you doing? So there's a lot of different ways to get around, but you need to plan your trip accordingly because it's busy, a lot of traffic, a lot of people.